That's it.
Spin as you go. Helicopter spin.
And a look at the Warriors, arriving earlier on, looking sharp and determined. This Golden State team ready to get after it. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The state capital of Utah dramatically lit up on a beautiful night in Salt Lake City. It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right, and the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, the Utah Jazz tries to keep their players happy by financially incentivizing them. Contract bonuses include on-the-court performance, physical fitness, and off-season workouts. The team's general manager said, "To be a significant program, we need to be great defensively and with individual development. The bonuses are created with those goals in mind." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Take a look at the Warriors. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, Utah, right now, quite a ways down below.
Right now for the Jazz.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. Green and Conley Stein are down low. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Gobert is out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3.
One area the Warriors have stood out is their chemistry. Last season, we saw they were tested. On-court arguments, some tension. But this team, too locked in to let that persist.
And so off the tip, it's Utah. And here is Conley. Pass to Gobert. Conley scanning the floor. Shoots over Curry. Offensive rebound. Gobert finds Randolph. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
They kick it out to Green, 20 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. And Steve, to what extent do you think that KD's free agency rumors affected the Warriors?
You know, I think it was a big part of it because everybody was talking. There was a lot of chatter for the first time we have seen with the Golden State Warriors team. Even when he got hurt in the playoffs, all you heard was, are they better without him? No. When you're at the top, there's a lot of noise. Tuning that out becomes critical.
Thompson misses. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Back to Conley. Down low. Here's Gobert. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Rudy Gobert getting it done off contact. Love the increase in his focus on the offensive end.
It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. Bogdanovich, no luck. Conley against Curry. Here's Green. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser, too.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Second chance shot, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just some real big boy strength from Green. Absorbing the hit like a champ while still hitting the shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
Always an intriguing part of the early season, Steve. Teams that are outperforming the expectations, and they look much different than we thought they would.
Yeah, you have those teams, and that's what you love. Those teams, all of us experts, we say where they're going to finish. They end up 3 or 4 slots up, and then those are the teams that just get that momentum. They get going. They have great team chemistry, and they outdo our expectations.
And Thompson gets it to go.
Sometimes before Thompson even catches the pass, he knows he's firing.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 1, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do, and it seems like your opponent does it better.
You know, they were reacting rather than dictating. I thought they played scared all night.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop. I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Russell kicks to Thompson. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thompson's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Warriors. Jazz trail by 5. Right side, Conley. Pass to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. That one goes in. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just look at the way Mitchell's built. The strength in the upper body.
And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And a look here at the most accurate shooting guards in the NBA this season. Klay Thompson, number 1. Donovan Mitchell is second.
You know, just ask this group. Sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And it's a comforting feeling for a coach to know you've got one of those guys roaming on the perimeter.
And they're not too bad at attacking the basket either. That's why some of their shooting percentages are so crazy high. They will work to get those high-quality chances inside.
Well, nobody gets hot in the NBA quite like Klay Thompson, Smitty. He is something else. Wow.
Players can get hot, Kevin, but when Klay gets hot, every shot falls in. The records he set with made threes in a game, 37 points in a quarter, 60 points in 3 quarters. When he gets rolling, it's a treat to watch.
The 8-footer, Mitchell, and that one drops for him. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Ollie Stein finds Curry. Some nice passing by Golden State. Cranes the three-pointer.
And of all the things Thompson provides, this is still his specialty. Over 42% for his career from 3.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 16-point game against Minnesota.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Lets it go with a 3. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Curry. 14 points for him.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Outside Conley. And the pass to Mitchell. A floater. Here's Randolph. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Zach Randolph always using that big body of his to get contact. He plays angles so well.
The Jazz shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts. 81%.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. He's off on the second.
Very surprising he couldn't capitalize on those shots. You don't see that often.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Drills it from outside. 17 points for Klay Thompson.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been 3. The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Now here's Mitchell. Over Green.
Sitting here watching Draymond, he's a phenomenal defender, just watching the principles and how active he is.
Klay Thompson has been leading the action when we return. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
The ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, in it forward, it's Thompson and Green. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. And it's Looney in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Being a lottery pick often comes with high expectations, but Russell has shaped into a quality NBA player.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 31-point game against Minnesota.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting. And Mike Conley can do this now. He can play off the ball and punish the defense for giving him space.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. He's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Emmanuel Mudiay's checked in for Utah. The Warriors also with a sub. Robinson's checked in.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Curry against Conley. He had stolen by Ingles. To the paint. And Mudiay throws it down.
And that's exactly what Conley is out there to do. Love how he sets his teammates up.
Right side Curry. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Now here's Mudiay. 9-point game his last outing. Green with the block.
What a play from Draymond to rise up and send it back. He really takes pride in his defense.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's Mudiay. They get it back, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Well, we've seen that move. A few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Warriors leading by 7. Right side Russell. Kicks to Curry. Launches a 3. Rebound Utah. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
A defense unto himself. Rudy Gobert regarded by his team as the Utah Jazz version of Bill Russell. Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Curry passes to Robinson. Back to Curry. Here's Looney, defended by Gobert. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Smitty, the standing reach of Gobert, 9'7". He's around the rim before he leaves his feet.
Yes, Kevin, the most efficient shots in basketball are dunks and layups, and he makes them hard to come by.
And that one misses.
Curry's gotten physically tougher, which can help you become mentally tougher. And the thing you like about him is he likes to put in the work.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, at this point, it's undeniable that Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. You talk about guys like Ray Allen, he has passed up. That is big time.
They get it again. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Davis.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And there are no metrics to deny. What Curry is doing is incredible.
And at this point, we take his jaw-dropping feats for granted. He passes the numbers test, and he certainly passes the eye test. Curry, the best at what he does.
Here's Ingles, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Moutier kicks to Ingles. Passes it to Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got 6 here in this quarter.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Curry can't get it to go.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it. And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Now that we have a second, take a look at the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers over the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1. The Jazz, second.
You have both of these teams of late forcing turnovers and converting them into offense at the other end.
Gobert with the bounce pass. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And then for Golden State, Conley Stein comes in for Looney. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant right before the draft that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for the Warriors. And the shot is good.
Sean Livingston's court vision is amazing. Being able to hit the open guy right on stride.
Jazz trail by 3. 59 seconds left now here in the second. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Jazz have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin, and he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
Green, no luck.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. For Utah, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Here's Conley on the money from 12 feet away. Conley's got 12 points now in the quarter.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Russell dishes to Green. And Davis sends it back.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Mitchell wide open. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Green inside the 3-point line. Off target from the wing.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Warriors on top, up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Steph, Coach said that you had to make them feel you physically in this game. How important is it to continue doing that in the second half?
That's a big deal. I mean, just being physical and, make the right plays, and then hopefully put ourselves in good position to win.
We'll see what happens. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He tallied 6 3-point shots and made the opposing D have to constantly keep track of him on the perimeter. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were lighting it up from three, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And Shaq, how'd you think the Jazz were playing?
Well, as we know, it's always a good idea to pound the ball into the paint. So many defensive game plans are focused just on stopping the three. When you hurt a team down low, they got to react. That allows you to play inside out. Trust me, I have the blueprint. I own the blueprint. I created the blueprint. Inside, kick it back out, shoot the three. Rick Fox, B. Shaw, and big shot, Bob for three. The crowd goes crazy. I know you remember that, Ernie.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Davis is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
3 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. The deep three from Thompson. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Here's Bogdanovich, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Thompson.
And the signing of Bojan Bogdanovich, a great move for the Jazz. With his shooting, more spacing for Gobert and Mitchell to operate, he's capable of creating shots on his own as well.
Zach Randolph, he's checked in for Ed Davis.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Gobert lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got the lead up to 3 now for Utah.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Mitchell.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. People may ask you what's better for a young player's development. Being on a worse team getting more minutes or being on a good team and getting fewer?
You know, I think always getting a chance, Kevin, to play minutes is best for a younger guy. But if it's hurting the team, you don't want to see the coaching staff playing these younger guys just to get the one guy ready. I think you still have to think about the team. You have to have guys earn minutes, whether they're a rookie, whether they're a veteran or not, and I think that's better for young teams.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Conley. Some impressive play from him over the last month. Averaging 15 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Doesn't have to jump much because of his length. It is unmatchable. Rudy Gobert.
Russell looking it over. Outside for Curry. From deep three-point range. Conley with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Conley finds Gobert. Bogdanovich against Russell. Thompson outside. From outside the arc. Utah with the rebound. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And then for Golden State, Kevon Looney is checked in for Green. And it's Berkson for D'Angelo Russell. And yes, it's good.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Curry, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Zach Randolph.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I mean, a tough matchup. Donovan Mitchell is too explosive, too strong, and he's only going to get better.
The Jazz have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10. Free throw drops for Mitchell. And at 6'3", Donovan Mitchell able to play shooting guard or point guard. Smitty, what do you think is his best position?
You know, Kevin, he will tell you he can do both. Versatile enough to play and defend multiple positions, but I like him at the 2-guard position.
And Mitchell drops them both.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Here's Mudiay following the basket by Stephen Curry. Randolph in the posts. Looney on him. And Looney sends it back. Curry against Mudiay. Curry attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Jeff Green picks one up. Right nowadays, teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Mudiay passes to Green. To the inside. Rob. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The advantage of having a point guard you can trust. Steph Curry has one thing in mind. How can we score?
Now here's Mudiay. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now averages nearly 12 points a game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Zach Randolph. 1:49 left in the third quarter. High arcing shot, and it's laid in by Mudiay. Mudiay's got it all tied up now for Utah.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Thompson for 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Thompson's got 23.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Moutier finds Randolph. And Looney sends it back.
The tenacity of Looney there, swatting the shot back and showing off his defensive chops.
And Conley throws it down.
And just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
1:07 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Randolph. Inside. Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Not just swinging the ball around the perimeter. Aggressive move inside.
They double team Curry. Out to Thompson. Curry deciding where to go with it. And no good that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Davis is checked in for Zach Randolph. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. Davis dishes to Green. Basket counts. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Thompson outside. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Curry. Great D that time from Green. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. They trail by 1. Curry against Mitchell. Curry attacking. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. For the lead. Got the shot! He
Just
got it!
no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
Yeah. And you see his teammates love it. They love it.
Oh, and that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Green and Conley are down low. Russell and Thompson the perimeter, and it's Livingston in at the point. Poked away. Here's Ingles. A second left. And Davis gets it to go. And the Jazz lead by 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
To the middle. Thompson from long range. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down. This could be a problem. That's his 4th foul with plenty of basketball left to play.
Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mitchell gets to Conley, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 5th foul.
Oh my goodness, his 5th foul. One more, and he's done for the evening.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside Conley, down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Warriors with the rebound. Conley Stein's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And you see Russell taking the hit on that shot. Great body control, potential and one. And D'Angelo Russell was expected to be targeted this past summer. Ends up as a sign and trade to the Warriors. Was going to leave Brooklyn after the Durant signing no matter what. Should be an interesting fit.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Conley, the pass to Bogdanovich. Green with the block. Here's Russell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And another Another thing you like about Russell, just good size at that lead guard position and makes him a handful to defend inside.
And the first one at the line is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And so Russell hits them both.
The Golden State Warriors so great offensively. People forget about their defense. Their length and IQ make them tough to deal with, especially in the playoffs.
Outside Conley. He kicks to Davis. Bogdanovich finds Conley. Will it go? That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. 18 points for Mike Conley. In the last couple seasons, Golden State's defense in the regular season slipping off just a bit.
You know what I think what happens is with their elite offense, I think they started to rest a bit more on defense. Also, when you've been to the finals 5 straight years, some coasting can occur.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket for Mitchell.
And right there, Donovan Mitchell showing off that confidence. He's quick and he's powerful.
Livingston kicks to Russell. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And Thompson launches it from deep. A D by Bogdanovich.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here is Russell following the basket by Donovan Mitchell, and it's Green missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Davis on the follow. And the Jazz lead by 1. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Thompson with the bucket.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Conley, the pass to Mitchell. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Green. Thompson dishes to Livingston. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Shaun Livingston has really turned his career around, becoming one of those guards that you want to have on your team. He's a luxury because he can handle it and he can post up.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. The Jazz making a switch here. Randolph is checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Curry's checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And there's the call on Curry. That's his third foul of the game. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for the Warriors. Outside, Bogdanovich. Poke loose, stolen by Thompson. And the basket by Curry. Curry's got 19 points.
Just another reason why we have to love Stephen Curry. His ability to provide baskets in key situations.
Green against Mitchell. Sweet little floater.
This just goes with the narrative. Mitchell is a baller, wants to be considered among the best in the game.
Now here's Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 7 points for Draymond Green.
Love to see Draymond amped up in his game and deliver in these situations. That's why this guy is a champion.
Mitchell kicks to Randall. They get the rebound. Gobert. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Gobert looking comfortable stepping into the spotlight right now.
Russell finds Green. Doesn't go for him. Jazz trail by 3. Here's Mitchell. And again, it's Utah.
The youngster is not going to buckle or fold. Donovan Mitchell is not afraid of the moment.
Here's Curry. He feeds it to Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Stops, pops, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Utah calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Curry has it in the corner. And another 3 for Golden State.
Clutch shots, Steph and Curry. Teammates, they trust him in those situations.
And the Jazz call time here. They're behind by 6. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Second difference between shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Mitchell. Guarded by Green. Charity stripe shot. And it's Mitchell missing. And an intentional foul right there. "11 seconds left in the game. And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Exum passes to Niang. Here's O'Neal. The Jazz with another miss. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Story of my life, way before I ever wrote a rhyme. Have you ever looking at my kids through the blinds?
When the Warriors come down the tunnel, it's always a sight to see. Dressed in their best as they arrive in their building earlier. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Traffic making its way across the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and Oakland, California. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for the matchup with the Pacers, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, for the Golden State Warriors, making 5 straight finals appearances took a toll, mentally and physically. The Warriors played the equivalent of an extra full season in those 5 straight finals runs. Injuries derailed their title hopes in 2019, and they're still recovering. Kevin, they are certain that their championship window remains open.
DA, they got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. Early part of the season, Brett, did you take a while to get back in the swing of things, or were you ready to go out of the gates?
In order to stay in the NBA, Kevin, no, I could not do that.
Right, yeah.
I could not do that.
You played 14 years.
I loved coming into training camp, being in tip-top shape. It really was something I took a lot of pride in, is that I wanted to be going so that our practices for our coaching staff was something we could get through. Now, I understood the role of other guys on the team where it might take a little while for them to get going, but for my mindset and my confidence in the year, I wanted to make sure that the offseason and the work that I was putting in, because that's where players improve the most, I was going to come into camp ready to go.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Andre Robertson out there with Chris Paul. Then it's Noel. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Nader in at the 3 spot. And for the Warriors, Green and Cauley Stein are down low. Russell and Thompson the perimeter. And it's Curry in at the point.
Yeah, that's just working for the better shot. We always talk about in the NBA, good to great, great possession there.
Gallinari against Green. 5 on the clock. And Gallinari kicks to Nader. From deep. The shot, no good. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Robertson, and it's sent back by Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Pass to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari.
Nice job catch and shoot there. Chris Paul making it look simple and caught the defense a little bit out of position.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. He's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Gallinari, great tee that time from Green.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here is Russell. He had 13 points in the win against the Utah Jazz.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
Stolen by Thompson. And he converts the layup. Thompson's got 8.
Coaching staff loves it when Klay Thompson mixes it up, that time on the drive.
Ball against Curry. Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
And guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played.
Don't want to be careless around Cauley Stein. That's when he rises up and blocks shots away.
Nice shot by Thompson.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Now here's Paul, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lobbed up there for Green. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Man, is Draymond Green out there playing with a watch? What timing on that alley-oop.
Under trailing by 7. Now Paul. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. It's stolen by Curry. Thompson finds Curry. Back to Thompson. This one for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 14 points for Klay Thompson. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Now, here's Robertson. Shot clock at 6. Looking to end the run. The Thunder with another miss.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Thompson in the corner. Over Gallinari. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 16.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every 3-pointer he takes right now.
Thunder making a switch here. Ilgis Alexander's checked in. And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Steph Curry.
And what can you say about how huge he has been for this offense? Everything he's done, from the scoring, the shooting, the playmaking, you take him out of the lineup, and there's no telling just how different this team looks.
Now here's Noel. Another key contributor to that nice win against the Lakers.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Outside Russell. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. The past month has been surreal. First in three-point field goal percentage, fourth in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat, night in and night out.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. Now, here's Robertson from downtown. Green with the rebound. Warriors leading by 10. Thompson in the corner. Pass to Gallinari. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And it goes on Draymond Green.
When you're defending Gallo, you have to be careful because he is exceptional at drawing the defense into him when he's shooting. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Well, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
It's good from long range.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
Klay Thompson has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He nailed it from long range in that. One of the most demonstrative players in the game, Draymond Green speaks about the importance of passion and effort on defense.
That's all defense is. It is effort. It's the effort to want to communicate. It's the effort to take that one extra step to help someone. It's an effort to move up one step to get into the ball as opposed to sitting off the ball.
Well, and he should know, a former Defensive Player of the Year.
You know, he just takes pride in being their anchor defensively. And if he's not seeing that effort, he's going to let you know about it.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Nader in at the 3. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Warriors may have some injuries that they're going to deal with this season, but they're going to do it in a dynamic new building, Chase Center in San Francisco. The more than $1 billion, that's with a B, dollar arena is hopefully going to generate revenue for the team off the floor and allow them to keep some great players in uniform on the floor. It's going to be state-of-the-art here in Golden State as the team moves from Oakland after spending more than 4 decades playing at Oracle Arena.
DA, as you and I were talking, they hate to leave where they've been so successful in Oakland, but this building is amazing. Thank you. 4 on the clock. Curry outside. Another miss by Curry. And so it's Gallinari with it. They'll bring it up for Oklahoma City, trailing by 13. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win. Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Well, he may have worn out his welcome in L.A., but D'Angelo Russell found a good landing spot in Brooklyn. A team in rebuild, in need of an offensive infusion. They've unleashed his talent.
That free throw, no good. And Russell at 6'5", able to play at the point guard or the shooting guard. Greg, when you look at his game, what's his best position?
Probably the one. I mean, we're seeing a trend towards bigger point guards at the same time that 4s and 5s are trending smaller. Everybody wants that switch ability on defense.
Now, here's Curry. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Utah Jazz.
Felt like he had a sense in that game that the defense was being over-aggressive, and he tried to take advantage of that. He continually frustrated them throughout the night and got to the free throw line.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Ring shot on the way. And he overshot that one, missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Porter passes to Moreland. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Gallinari.
Nice body control there by Gallo. He gets bodied up a little bit and executes that finish flawlessly. Interesting to see the Warriors not be prohibitive favorites coming into the season. You still have to give the Warriors a lot of credit for the run they've been on. 5 straight finals, something that we haven't seen since the 1960s with the Boston Celtics.
And for the Warriors, a new opponent in the finals. First time, Brent, they didn't face the Cleveland Cavaliers.
First time no Cleveland, and first time for the Raptors appearing in the finals. And those injuries, Kevin, quite frankly, just too much to overcome. Very unfortunate to not see both teams at full strength at the most important time of the year.
That one goes. Count it. Gallinari's got 4 this quarter.
Sweet shot from Gallo. So many ways he can hurt you.
Here's Curry with the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. And the Warriors lead by 15.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back.
That's a tough one there from Draymond Green. As tough as they come.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Brent, we hear this all the time. Good defense beats good offense. Do you think that's true?
I don't know how defense scores. So in today's game, seeing the juggernauts and seeing what we've seen, Kevin, quite frankly, as some of the best offensive teams, not only in the last 5 years, but in the history of the league, around the Houston Rockets and what the Golden State Warriors have been able to do. It's about equipping your team defensively to be able to stop that stylistically, but certainly every coach will say it comes down to defense because that is something you can control.
Changes here for the Warriors. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Looney. Thompson comes in for Robinson. And it's Livingston in for D'Angelo Russell. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nerlens Noel checks in for Dennis Schroeder. Now, here is Gallinari. Last game, 26 points. Back to Noel. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. Warriors leading by 15. Murray finds Green. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers.
You could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
Curry passes to Cauley-Stein. Here's Ferguson, and that one is stuffed right through.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Curry's shot is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Well, it's been up and down the last few years for Nerlens Noel, but there are still some impactful numbers for the minutes that he's on the floor as a rim protector.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nader's checked in, and it's Andre Robertson in for Terrence Ferguson. Now here's Curry, 17 points in the game. Thompson outside. The tray sinks the triple. Thompson's got 19 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Under trailing by 15. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Hits the jumper in space.
I'd like to see Gilgeous-Alexander continue to get more and more consistent from there.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Gallinari with the steal. Over to the left wing. Here's Nader. And the three off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And Conley Stein can get up there, and the guards know that, so available for an oop at any time.
29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Passes it to Nader. Oklahoma City moving the ball around.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Warriors leading by 13. Curry on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And Thompson kicks to Curry. No good on the triple. From deep three-point range, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. 13 points up at the end of the period. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Steph, what is working out there so far tonight?
Defensive end, we rebound the ball, keeping him off the glass, and being able to execute on the offensive end.
We'll see about the second half. Thanks, Steph. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Klay Thompson brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 1 assist. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they've been playing with some toughness. It's led to a nice lead for them, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding numbers. Now they need to stay mean, Ernie. Cannot lose that edge in the second half.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Well, they're facing a team that shot very well in the first half. Now, that being said, they probably weren't aggressive enough on the defensive end. That was the difference.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Warriors leading by 13. In it forward, it's Thompson and Green. Curry and Russell are the backcourt set. And it's Conley Stein in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State. And the basket is good. Nader's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Chris Paul at his best right there on that kind of play. A legendary distributor who spots the open man.
Curry. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. 19 points for Steph Curry.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Paul with the ball. Now Green defending. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Paul.
Just love to see Chris Paul operate in that area. Slows himself down. Great balance. It's one of his many strengths.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The pass to Gallinari. Back to Paul. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. 17 points was their biggest margin. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
Always going up for the alley-oop here, and Noel throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Here's Russell. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Thunder trailing by 14. That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
Well, a chance here to check out Chris Paul. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 2nd in assists, 6th in steals, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And going back to him being 2nd in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Now, here is Gallinari. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, Paul outside. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. It's Russell with the drive. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 13-point game. And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game. Alfonso McKinney's checked in for Klay Thompson. And now we're 3 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. Shot from 16. Paul can't get it to go.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent, but some do a terrific job of blocking all that out and keeping their focus.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is changing around exactly what you're talking about, Kevin. You have to have people within your organization to help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor. And so really good organizations are educating the players on that. They're not just relying on the agents or outside sources. Teams are trying to get in there and impact guys at a young age to make sure that, as you said, that noise is not part of their beginning part of their career.
Make it a distraction.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, hold the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Now here's Paul. Burks with the steal. And the wide open shot from Green. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Paul kicks to Noel. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now.
And he sinks the second. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Pass to Looney. Dishes to Burks. Green in the post. 10 points for him. And it's blocked. And here's Schroeder. Pass to Moreland. 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. Traps in the tray. Paul's got 7 points in the game.
A good three-point shooter a few years back. Paul's turned himself into a great one. Important to do later in your career.
And Russell gets it to go.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And he gets the bucket.
At 175 pounds and lanky, Schroeder still has some strength, especially on those tough finishes.
Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Down low. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Russell finds Green, 18 feet out. Thunder with the rebound. Moreland's got 4 rebounds in this game. Thunder trailing by 13. Here's Nader. He has 6. Schroeder outside, just 5 on the clock. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 6.
Jump shot coming along a little bit now for Dennis Schroeder, looking more assertive and taking a few more chances.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. John Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Ball against Russell. And stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. McKinney, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors lead by 11. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Robertson and Gallinari at the small and power forward position. Paul out there with Gilgeous Alexander. And it's Noel in at the 5. Curry outside. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Thunder trailing by 9. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Warriors on D. 17 points was their biggest margin. Passes it to Robertson. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ferguson. And the Thunder, another three.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Here's Curry. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about that finish by Steph there? He's just a master at altering his shot after he hears the whistle and gets the contact and finishes.
Now Robertson. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. There's the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Noel. Here's Ferguson. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ferguson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
That's good from Stephen Curry.
One thing that's quietly understated about Steph Curry is that competitive fire to keep pushing the envelope. Even though he's set these high marks and these high bars, he wants to see if he can eclipse some of the marks that he set in the early part of his career.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Kicks it to Cauley-Stein. Outside Robinson. Curry on the wing. And that one is good. Curry's got 27 points.
Steph with the initiative here, taking charge, and tonight making a ton of things happen.
Robertson the pass to Ferguson. Gallinari the bounce pass. Noel against Cauley-Stein. Lock at 6. Here's Gallinari. There's Noel, and slam dunk by Noel.
Wow, getting these bonus points from a guy who offensively you don't tend to lean on. This is helping out the squad.
Here's Curry, and he banks in the layup. Curry's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Pass to Noel. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D, and he gets it to go.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Pass to Livingston, and stolen by Robertson. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded, and the call will be against Shaun Livingston. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Glenn Robinson III. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Nader's checked in.
Easy to forget that sometimes Gallo is 6'10", so skilled and is aggressive down there, making the D get physical with him.
The Warriors making a switch here. Russell's checked in, so he gets them both.
Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who you're going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
I just like how Steph Curry gets these calls. He anticipates that contact and never really takes too hard a hit.
Stephen Curry hits them both. Thunder trailing by 7. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
A smart move here, talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He said, hey, we're still in this thing. We just have to trust each other out there. Be aggressive, stay together, and play as a team. We're coming back and winning this one. Pretty confident words, Kevin.
Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got 34.
I don't know how you do it, but you just can't give Steph any room from any distance.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Shot from 12. Conley Stein grabs the board. Conley Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Curry finds Russell. Pass to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. They get a hand on it. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. Ball checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Ball against Curry. They double-team Curry. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Conley Stein passes to Russell. Here's Curry with the 3. Gallinari with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Yes, that goes in.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Curry dishes to Conley Stein. No good from outside.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Now, you can't make any mistakes right here if you want to keep hope alive. Their execution has to be precise. Noel coming through. Wow.
And Russell gets it to go.
And there's the punchline. Russell delivers it on point in style.
A shot by Paul, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And now we've got the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
Here's the Warriors with the ball. 17 points was their biggest margin. And the basket by Curry.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
To stop the run, no good. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Stephen, big win here at home. How important is that momentum from playing a game like tonight?
We just needed to win tonight. I mean, that was big for our morale in our locker room. And, you know, we got to practice day tomorrow to watch the film and keep getting better. It does feel good to win, but we do have another tough game coming in. So we'll be ready and hopefully protect home court again.
Well, we'll see if we can build on this win tonight. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Your things wanna